Golden Glove winner, best goalkeeper at the tournament. He also has the most clean sheets. What a performance from him and from the players in front of him, Lex.
I mean, sometimes goalkeepers don't get the attention that they deserve. Sometimes they say, oh, you're not facing enough shots, you're not saving the ones they usually save. The mental fortitude that it takes, especially when your team has a lot of possession, to be ready to make that save, and maybe it's the one or two saves. Don't for a second think that that is not quality and that is not important. So I'm glad that he is being recognized, and I think his players in front of him recognize that if and when they make a mistake, there is someone back there that's going to save them.
Also interesting, Thierry, because there was a discussion before the World Cup about which one should start.
The coach answered it straight away. He said Unai Simon will be first, and that's about it. He ended the debate straight away.
How about this, Zlatan? Rodri, best player at the tournament, Adidas Golden Ball.
Well deserved, well deserved. This is a player, we talked about the stars, they scored their goals, they got their assists, but this player here, I enjoy him every time he's on the pitch. He plays a fantastic game, he's a genius, he always takes the right decision. Today he changed him, but Thierry had a point there. When they went one guy up, they didn't needed him anymore on the pitch, because they didn't need the defensive player when he defends and to take those balls, because it was all about the attack. So well deserved. I enjoyed this guy. He's a Ballon d'Or winner also, and now he gets the best player in the World Cup.
And that's my third example of don't give up. He had a rough season, did his cruciate. People thought he couldn't be the player he was going to be. He looked slow. City are not the same. He's not the same. And that's the answer. You lift the World Cup.
In a tournament where we talked so much about the stars, and rightfully so, while he's a star, it's a different type of star. And so I'm glad that he's being recognized, because a lot of the stuff that he does sometimes can go unseen, but it is so valuable. And I think the world recognizes how valuable he is.
And just one more line on Rodri. He's got the full set, hasn't he? World Cup, European Championship, Champions League, Premier League, Golden Ball at a World Cup. The list goes on and on, as Thierry says. He's come back from an awful injury. Here we go. Lionel Messi. Alexi leading up Argentina as runners-up at this tournament.
Well, what can we say about him? Obviously, in this moment, he's a champion. And champions want to win, and they want to win everything. And he has won everything. So he'll be disappointed, but my goodness, I think we can very, very quickly turn it to how important he is, how iconic he is, and how amazing he is, regardless of what the score was today.
And Zlatan, how lucky we are to have seen him play for the last 25 years.
I mean, we have enjoyed him. We have enjoyed him during this World Cup. He has not, I know he's sad he didn't win the World Cup, but listen, he had an amazing World Cup. He kept this team alive. He did some amazing stuff. He had moments where he was human. He had moments where he was not a human. And I hope he can continue to play as much as possible so we can enjoy him even more. Will we see him in another World Cup? I don't know, you never know. But we have enjoyed him, and we're happy he plays the game, because we're going to be very sad when he stops playing.
What we have learned, Thierry, is to never bet against him.
No, it takes a team like Spain to be able to beat Argentina. And like I mentioned before, if they won today, they would have done something that I don't know if it would have been possible to do that, to win 4 major competitions in a row. They were very short and close, sorry, to do it. And look at what it means to him. If you ever have any doubt of it, this guy still have some fire in his belly. Look at him. Look at what it means. Look at this. Everyone is clapping, because you're looking at him, and this is what he meant. What he means to him. He won already. Well, everything. And look at the guy. Look at the passion, the desire, the love that he has for his country, and how much he puts into it. And you have to give a lot of credit also to Scaloni, because when he arrived in the national team, he didn't look like he was going to be that way. And they did it all together with their fans. They came short today, but thank you, Argentina, once again. And Leo, I don't know what to say anymore about this guy. You know, he came short. Yes, let's just listen to this. Wow.
And now,
A moment in history as he takes the love from the crowd. Let's take you back to John Strong and Stu Holden for the lifting of the World Cup.
Rebecca, the frightening thing isn't just that Spain have won the World Cup without trailing at any point, while only conceding one goal, while already being the European champions. Really, the frightening thing is the fact that Spain were already world champions. A lot of us were in Sydney 3 years ago as their women won the World Cup. And now their men have won the World Cup. Something like that has never happened before. What sort of odds would you put on them winning the Euros in 2 years' time? You spent time in Spain. How would you explain this country and what they have been able to build, certainly with this team, but just with everything?
In Spain, it's not just a game, it's a way of life. They live it, they breathe it, and clearly they play it in just such a beautiful way, and it's fun to watch. It's a joy to watch. We should all enjoy this type of football, and hearing Zlatan and Thierry Alexis talk about it, the best team won. The best team throughout the tournament. I don't think we'll ever see a scenario again where just one goal against, 7 clean sheets. The best defense is a good offense, and the way in which they keep the ball, they break you, but then as soon as you get the ball, they win it back within just a couple of seconds. It's a commitment. Every single player to a man is so comfortable with the ball at their feet. You have 19-year-olds that look like 35-year-olds that aren't awed by the moment. And even in a day where we talk so often about stars, this is just the best example of a team. It is a team sport, and the best team won, and the best team showed it throughout this entire tournament, and it's incredible what they do.
You saw Ferran Torres a moment ago. He adds his name to the list of players to have scored the winning goal in a World Cup final alongside Andres Iniesta. Last time Spain won the World Cup in 2010, they took advantage of a red card for the opponent, and they won by a 1-0 scoreline in extra time. And yet so many players have made plays. Mikel Merino coming off the bench to score a pair of game-winning goals during the tournament. Aymeric Laporte has been a starting center back at 4 tournaments now with 4 different partners next to him as part of this Spanish team that only allowed 1 goal. Alex Baena, who would have put him on the list of a guy to be a consistent starter?
But a perfect example, again, of a guy just that had so many important contributions for this group. And in a rare occasion where we think about history many, many years from now, about this World Cup, this edition, and who knows how many Lamine Yamal is going to win, wearing the number 19 shirt at 19 years old, turned 19 throughout the tournament, and yet scored 1 goal. That's the scary thought, that he's a World Cup winner on a day where he wasn't the star. But he understands what his role and what his importance is to this team, and he is willing to play that role for the betterment of the group. And I think when we look back, as there's his brother Kane in the crowd, and he's been fun to watch him throughout the tournament, his just joyous big smile as his brother goes on to win a World Cup. But we will think about not just what they did, but how they did it. And this team will be remembered for so many, many years about just how dominant.
the USA. And King Felipe VI has a hug for Marc Cucurella. Currently the tallest reigning monarch, did you know? At 6'5½". Who gave you that information? Wikipedia. Actually, has sporting pedigree of his own. He was in Spain's Olympic sailing team at the 1992 Games. Finished 6th, though. He didn't get a gold medal. Luis de la Fuente, the engineer of all of it. From the youth teams that he took to European and world glory, to the senior team that is now European and world champions. Following the coach, the player of the tournament, the Golden Ball winner, 2 years ago the Ballon d'Or winner, Rodri, will come and get his medal. Players at this tournament, wouldn't you know it, being the USA, are also going to get special Super Bowl style rings. And FIFA, naturally, are making another almost couple of thousand of them. Not for charity. A hug for Rodri from the King and from all the Spanish dignitaries, and he will have the task of lifting the World Cup trophy. The class of 2010 have been here